Alright, what's up guys, welcome back to another video, and so I've sort of created a list of stuff that I think should be changed into Siege. So these are basically my patch notes. Now, these aren't confirmed, but this is how I would make the game feel a lot better. And yeah, I'm just gonna write these down so you guys can see on the screen. I think Siege is in a pretty good state, but I think we need to reduce the amount of utility and increase the strength of utility. So I feel like there should be less utility, but the utility should be stronger. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys all about my changes. So yeah. Firstly, with Azami, I'm gonna lower her Cuba barriers from she gets 5 now. I'm gonna give her 4, and now I want to take them make them have two melee hits to destroy rather than 3. I think Azami's in a really good state right now. Where, she's just too overpowered. Azami is never really a bad pick. I mean, we don't want operators that have that can always be picked and never be bad or not there should never be an operator that is a jack of all trades. So yeah, Azami needs to be nerfed in that regards, and yeah. So that's how I do it. For Solus, she also deserves a nerf. I think I think we should nerf her electro sensor duration from 15 seconds to 10 seconds. This basically means that you need to be more accurate when you're using it. You need to be more precise when you use it, and just should increase the skill gap. Rather, you can just sit downstairs for on your sensor for 15 seconds. And yeah, I also think she should lose her impact grenades. I feel with her current kit, it's too overpowered for her to have impact grenades. I think she needs her observation blocker. So that's what I'd have for Solus and Azami. I think they're the two best operators in the game by now, by far. Next we have Fenrir. I'd make her lingering status effect speed quickened by 25%. However, I now make the code now destroyed after 30 seconds when an active gadget is destroyed. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And I feel one operator that really needs a buff in the new season is Maestro. I think he should gain 3 Evil Eyes rather than 2. He currently has 2, but they're not very useful. And yeah, his shutter will now stay slightly open indefinitely once hacked by Brava, so you can use the Maestro cam. And he should get a deployable shield. I feel having more 3 armors with deployable shields will encourage people to stay on site, because I feel shields are really vital part of utility on the defense. And if you give them to 3 armors, they should be better. So yeah. Next we have Echo. I think Echo should gain a 3rd Yokai drone, and I think he should have 1 ultrasonic blast per drone. I think him having 3 drones will make him a Valkyrie alternative, similar, yeah. However, he should have 1 ultrasonic blast per drone, which recharges every 15 seconds, or maybe even 30 seconds. I think 15 seconds is a bit too low. And yeah, and then remember, they are very visible and very big, and you can hear them from a mile away. I think Cade should gain the 1.5 scope on the AUG. I think this will make Cade a lot more friendly, because people don't like to use the AUG because it's kind of a shit gun. So having a 1.5 sort of just gives it that sort of edge, and his other gun is kind of hard for new players to use, which is understandable. I think Bandit should gain a 5th car battery, and he can put them anywhere. So yeah, it just means he has a lot more versatility to be able to bandit trade and stuff like that. And also because especially with EMPs and hard breach gadgets and Ace, Maverick, etc., it's really hard to bandit trick and deny walls. So that should help him out. Next we've got he can now place his battery anywhere within the barbed wire. So yeah, he's not restricted to the center. So it's actually a viable strat to put bandit charges on the barbed wire. Next, I think Mozzie should lose his 1.5 times scope, and yeah, and give him a bit more ammo, so 22, and he should gain a 4th pest up from 3, and his pest should now be able to hack Argus cams and 0. That'd be really cool. Imagine he could hack a 0 cam and just use that. That'd be fucking sick. All right, next I think we should do is have a Warden nerf. I feel Warden. Alright, let me know what you guys think about this. I think Warden should remove his nitro cell and his C4 nitro cell and deployable shield, and he should get 1 smoke grenade, and yeah, and he should be his 1.5 times size should be removed, and yeah, his activation and deactivation animation could be increased, but he should be able to use a smoke grenade, get 1 small smoke grenade on defense, so he's able to see through it. I don't know if that would be overpowered or not, but yeah, that would be really cool to see. So he has a smoke grenade on defense that he can use. And yeah, we've also got some other changes. So I think the Chanka's gun should get 1.5 times scope, and the Shamika launcher should have 2 fire modes: explode on impact and explode on bounce, similar to what Grim is, or the Grim buff. And the Shamika projectile hitbox size should be lowered by 75%, with the fire area radius increased. I also think Jaeger needs a bit of a change. I think the ADSs should be reactivated manually by Jaeger using his phone, similar to Fenrir, and he should gain a UI similar to Fenrir of what gadget needs to be activated. So this will encourage a lot more flexibility. Jaeger needs to stay alive now rather than roam. I also feel you give him the 1.5 times sight if he's staying on site. I think that's a really good change to see. And yeah, moving on for Sense, I think his gun needs a massive damage and a recoil reduction. And yeah, I also feel his gadget should show you where it's going to go. It show you a little indication of where it's going to roll to. I think that'd be pretty cool. And the roll speed should be faster, and you should get 4 of them. But yeah, I think that's really cool. I think that's that would be a really good Sense change in my opinion. I think Gridlock would also need to change. I feel like each track stringer like should have like you should get 2 of them, but like they become fully bulletproof. Like, but they can only be destroyed by like melee's explosive. Like, if she only has like 2 sets of them, but they're bulletproof, but they can only be like meleeed or like maybe they take up a lot of bullets, like a lot of a large HP. And yeah, there should also be like a larger movement penalty, like when you're running through the attacks. And she should also get the hard breach gadget, which I think is pretty cool. Anyways, got some other changes, small changes. I think Yana needs to lose her frags again, EMP grenades, but she should get the Gon 6. I think Capital gets 1/3 of each bolt, so he gets 3 fire, 3 smoke. I think that'd be pretty cool for executes. I think Thatcher and Flores get the AR-33 with extended barrel. And yeah, IQ should get EMP grenades or nades, depending whichever one it works. And I think Ace should be a 1 speed 3 armor. I feel like Ace is too OP right now. The Thinker, like, I think Thinker needs an overall rework where she just has like nano drones that follow her, like, rather than just like a global ability where you just press it. I think we need a Thinker to get her nades back, but yeah. And also some other small changes I do to operators. I'd reduce Zoffia's recall and Ash's recall like just a little bit, maybe 10%. Kali, I think this is a really good Kali buff. I think Kali should get the AK-74 as a second primary option rather than the sniper, and just have her like lance like change to that. I think her mount should be lowered to 3 from 4, but the explosive delay increased, and now a small light on both ends to make it see and like potentially destroy, like sort of see where the Kali is. So like as a defender you're able to destroy it. I also think that operators should like get like 3 smokes rather than 2, and yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think barbed wire should get buffed a bit to stop rushes, maybe 3 hits like it used to be rather than 2, and proximity alarms can stay how it is, and yeah. I think that's basically it so far. I think the LMGs, all the LMGs should be, like, the recoil should be, like, buffed a little bit, so, like, less recoil on every gun, and yeah, that would make the meta a lot better. I feel like that's a good change, and yeah. So this is my list of operators that deserve, like, changes in this game. Let me know what you guys think, and have a good day, guys. Take care.